Picture this: Oren Klaff steps into a high-stakes Silicon Valley boardroom surrounded by poker-faced venture capitalists. Everyone's sizing each other up like they're in a high-stakes game of poker. But instead of cards, Oren's got ideas, and he has to pitch $400 million worth of them in under an hour. What exactly makes a pitch not just heard, but impossible to ignore? Klaff's secret weapon isn't charm or data, it's a whole new way to wield social power. Let's dive in. Before you say a word, you're already playing a game you don't know exists. Klaff calls it frame control, and it's the zero-th move that decides if your pitch even gets a fair shot. At a San Francisco pitch in 2008, Klaff started by telling the investors he wasn't just here to sell, they were lucky to hear him. It was a bold psychological move, like bluffing a royal flush on the first hand. By framing himself as the prize, not the supplicant, he shifted their mindset and raised millions. Think of frames like colored glasses that tint everything you see. One frame makes you feel superior, another desperate. Klaff's method treats pitches as battles of frames. Who shapes the perception wins. It's like being a director in a play, deciding how the scene is understood before anyone says a line. The payoff: once you hold frame control, you move from pitch to power. Investors follow your lead, your ideas feel inevitable, and negotiations become your playground. Klaff reveals that controlling the frame means you don't compete to be heard, you compete to be believed. Here's where it gets deliciously counterintuitive. Don't chase, instead make them chase you. Klaff calls this pricing, and it flips the whole pitch dynamic upside down. Klaff compares pitching to hooking a supermodel at a party. She gets hundreds of compliments a night. The key: you don't fawn, you're cool, confident, slightly rare. Investors, like supermodels, subconsciously chase what's scarce and confident. This mindset helped Klaff raise millions because he made himself an elusive prize, not a desperate seller. Pricing works because of two powerful psychological forces: scarcity and social proof. The fewer you are, the more valuable you seem, and if others want you, they'll win over your attention. This is like a popular band restricting tickets. You don't just want in, you have to have in. Their desire boosts your worth exponentially. When you position yourself as the prize, you don't beg for approval, you command it. The tables turn, suddenly they're competing for your time and ideas. Klaff proved that adopting this attitude lets you negotiate better terms, close faster, and walk away standing taller. Facts alone don't win deals. Klaff explains how to spark hot cognition, the kind of mental engagement that gets investors hooked and makes your pitch unforgettable. In one pitch, Klaff started describing a problem not with charts, but through a vivid nightmare scenario: a startup founder losing his company to betrayal. This lit up the primal fear center in the investors' brains, bypassing boring data overload. They leaned in because they were emotionally hooked, not just intellectually curious. Klaff's method treats pitches like movies, with a beginning, middle, and jaw-dropping twist. Like a cliffhanger that forces you to watch until the end, stories engage the hot cognition brain, the part craving immediate, vivid experiences. It's why we remember ads using drama or suspense instead of info dumps. The big reveal: people make decisions emotionally first, then justify them logically. Sparking hot cognition means you're no longer competing with white noise. You're firing up the part of the brain that says yes before their conscious mind catches up. Remember that tense Silicon Valley room? Klaff didn't just sell ideas, he rewrote the whole social script of pitching. By mastering frame control, pricing yourself, and firing up your audience's emotions, you transform every pitch from awkward ask to irresistible offer. So next time you're pitching, don't just talk on your frame, be the prize and grab their brain. Try this: start your next pitch by framing yourself as the opportunity they can't afford to miss. Subscribe for more book summaries like this one.